You ever notice how the people who actually fight for us never lived to see the world they were fighting for? Chris Hani was one of them. And if you don't know his name, that's not your fault. It's because the world that killed him made sure that you wouldn't. Now look here, I'm gonna try my best with these pronunciations. Don't beat me up too much. Let's get into it. He was born Martin Thimbisile Hani in the Transkei, a rural part of South Africa where poverty wasn't an accident. It was policy. He grew up watching how the system worked. White wealth on one side and black labor on the other. And he decided early on that he wasn't just going to survive it. He was going to fight it. He joined the ANC Youth League in college, then the Communist Party, then the armed wing of the ANC, AQOM2. While a lot of leaders went into exile, he was the one sneaking back into South Africa, training fighters, organizing underground, dodging assassination attempts. He wasn't trying to be famous, he was trying to be free. And by the time apartheid was crumbling, Chris Hani was one of the most loved figures in the whole country, not because he was polished, but because he's real. He spoke like the people he came from, miners, domestic workers, the poor. And he told the truth that nobody wanted to hear, that political freedom without economic justice is just apartheid in disguise. He kept saying, what good is democracy if the mines and the land are still in the same hands? That made him dangerous, but not to the people, to the powerful. April 10th, 1993, outside his home in Dawn Park, a right-wing extremist shot him in the face. It killed him instantly. His daughter was there and she saw everything. And South Africa almost burnt down that night because people knew what that bullet really meant. Nelson Mandela had to go on TV begging for calm because the country was on the edge of war. That's how much people loved Chris Hani. He wasn't just a leader. He was a heartbeat. See, Hani didn't just want to end apartheid. He wanted to end the structure that made it profitable. He warned that if South Africa didn't redistribute wealth, it would just be free in name only. And look around. Over 30 years later, the land is still owned by the same families. The mines still make billionaires richer and the poor are still poor. Everything that he warned about happened. Because they didn't just kill a man. They killed the possibility of a South Africa that was fair, not just free. Chris Hani was 50 years old when they shot him. And what I keep thinking about is the possibility that was stolen. He could have been the bridge between the dream and reality. But in every generation, there's always someone who tells too much truth too soon. He was that somebody. And they silenced him because he made freedom sound like work, not slogans. Say his name. Chris Hani.
Clive Darby-Lewis, thank you very much for agreeing to this interview. Let's jump right into the interview. And the first question I want to ask you is, I think the big important question is, why did you kill Chris Hani?
Chris Hani was a hardline communist who was determined at all costs, even to laying the country to waste, to achieve his political aims. He was a radical. He was uncontrollable by the ANC hired authorities.